Welcome back, YouTube, to another art prompt video. This is week 6. Originally, last week, technically 2 weeks ago, I think at this point, we said we were going to do an autumn-y prompt, and it was going to be freeform, so it could be anything that we wanted. However, due to various circumstances in some of our crew's life, some of us didn't get in on time, some of us needed an extension, that would be me, and then some of us have major life events that just happened. So it's just basically freeform this week. I have with me today TheKittyDaddy.
Hi.
And his wife, MrsPandaFace.
Hi.
And then I have my wonderful husband who made me noodles later today.
Hi.
And we also have a TasteyTac, but TasteyTac will be right back. So yeah, this video isn't autumn-y. There will be some autumn-y pictures, or art pictures, whatever you want to call it, next week and this week. But some of us didn't do art. Oh, and one person lost their video file, so they'll have to remake another art prompt. But anyway, so let's get started. The first person to submit was TheKittyDaddy.
As per usual.
Yeah, he's usually the first one. Katie, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, so what we have here is a piece of abstract art. This is the finished piece. I call it Eggs on a Plane.
Yes, it's very
fantastic.
See,
this isn't quite an egg, though.
See, when I see abstract, I see 3 eggs on a boulder.
Yeah.
It's actually 4 statues from an aerial view.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes.
No, I don't have anything helpful to say.
I see.
So this season we've kind of gotten into a like a gnome craze.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yes, I approve.
Yes, gnomes.
My very rich German background approves very much.
Are gnomes big in
Hi,
Germany?
Mama Ninja.
Yes.
You thought
everyone
it was
has
bluff.
No.
What's a jump bluff?
Pokemon.
Grass type Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay.
I love the acorn hat, by the way.
Yeah.
I like his little jacket.
Yeah. And I was like, what's cool that I could do like cool fall things? And we actually bought a gnome this season for and it's
You'll have
got
to
like
show me a picture later.
I will show you a picture. It's just a little guy, but he's got a pine cone hat, and he had some buddies that were essentially these gnomes, and I'm like, we missed the chance to buy the other ones. They sold out. But they were adorable, and I'm like, I want to draw these 3 gnomes.
His little eyes.
They're so cute.
TheseNerdsPlay.
I had a hard time on this guy's beard. Like, I wanted it to be not white, but not gray. And I just kind of gave up on it at this point.
Yeah, I noticed you played a lot with the textures on Krita there, too.
Yep. And sometimes that's really just the best way to go if you're looking for something to be not quite one way or the other. It gives you that nice in-between feel.
Oh, I like that, by the way, and I can't believe you got rid of it.
Pine cone.
I struggled with so many pine cones for so long. I ended up pausing my recording here for a while and messing around. I don't know when it automatically just kind of redid what it was doing. But at some point it caught back up, and that's when we ended up with the pine cone I actually had.
I mean, it still came out looking good. But what you had before that I saw, oh man.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it, okay? I was like, it's not quite what I wanted. I don't know.
Who here has prior art experience? The Mingo wants to know. How does everyone want to answer this?
Do you mean like official business art stuff, or like high school level art stuff?
I guess collectively we're all inexperienced amateur artists. I guess that's the easy way to answer it.
Yeah.
Some of us more amateur than others.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
I think out of all of us, I'm the only one so far that has actually been commissioned at least twice. So, with actual cold hard cash.
Yes, versus I commission you and pay you in views or
Right.
whatever.
Exposure.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
As far as
Please tell
those
me
of
he
us-
has a mushroom hat.
he does not.
Yes.
I thought it was
This
supposed to be
this
Toad.
does look like cute Etsy stuff.
I'm the best.
I love this hat that he's got.
Yeah, I liked it too.
And the fact that he's got one eye that's not showing.
Yeah, he's kind of
He's
my
like,
grumpy gnome.
I'm the rebel.
But yeah,
Or
as far of us
better yet,
that-
he's a pirate.
he could be a pirate.
Yeah.
He's a pirate. A pirate that loves gardening. He's not much of a good pirate if he likes the land that much.
He's a landlubber.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's a landlubber.
Actually, I was just gonna say that it's okay. He can be a landlubber and a pirate.
I was trying to do some cool pumpkin stuff, like
you
Ghost
tried
did
to
last
steal
time.
my...
Like you did.
Yeah, I
My
I
glowing
totally
pumpkin.
did. But your video wasn't up yet, and I'm like, you know what? We'll just do it my way.
I mean, fair.
I love this guy so much. You can't see his eyes.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's like me.
I love the gnomes where you can't see the eyes. They've just got, and there's a lot
So
of
much
them that just have the
personality.
hat over the eyes. Yeah,
It's
They're
very-
freaking adorable.
Right, it's so cute.
Oh,
So-
and for Nerd there, on the one on the right, I did a star for his little eye twinkle just for you, so I used the star
I
tool.
noticed that. I noticed
Oh,
that.
I
You
was
actually got
literally-
your star twinkle in there.
I was literally going to say, hey, what happened to the stars in this photo?
No, I snuck one in there.
There's no stars, sir.
I'm realizing the latency on the video versus the Discord, what we're doing the live,
Mhm.
isn't that bad, honestly.
Well,
No,
that's
it's
good.
not.
I love the splatter background, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very festive without having like too much extra detail in it.
Yeah, I like the yellow sky. It's almost like a sunset. And then I was like,
Yeah.
Panda said I needed to pop a color back there, and I'm like, all right, we'll do some fall color flashes.
Panda was
Pop
Yeah,
right.
it almost looks like the leaves are falling in the background.
Yeah.
And like
So-
they're getting ready for war against the garden leaves that are unnecessary.
So I also put this in because he also drew this.
Oh yeah, Leafy.
He's a leaf
This-
on the wind.
Like a leaf on the winds.
This was take
Great.
one. This was the trial, and then we were like, no, let's do the other thing.
Mhm.
That's adorable, though.
I like it.
Yeah.
So Tasty sent two. One of them is not finished editing because I always have to review and make little adjustments. And she literally sent it in last minute, so it's like, I don't have time. But
Forgive me for that.
It's okay. Oh, sorry. Was there something you wanted to say first?
I drew this when I was really tired.
And
I'm not
sassy.
She was
Yeah,
so sassy.
tired, sassy, and I'm not particularly fond of it. It's not bad by the time I'm done with it, but the one that I drew today that I was hoping I could sneak in is definitely a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
But this one I did more of a painterly style versus the anime line art style that I usually do. Now I'm trying to think of things to say other than, yeah, here it is.
Something I have to say real fast, though, is Tasty and I do really long videos, so they're going to look really choppy because they're fast-forwarded super fast. So,
Very, very much. I want to say she took me 2 hours last night? An hour last night? It's something where I didn't really have fun with her until I started getting set onto the details. And the details are really what starts making her look more interesting. I also really didn't know what to do, and I totally forgot that this week's theme was supposed to be fall. So next week I will have something fall, and this week is something random.
it's okay.
Well, I'm with Tasty in that same boat. Next week will be my fall one because, yeah, I lost my video file.
Oh.
It happens.
Yeah. I can show you the picture that he originally sent, but I can't show you the video process.
Aw.
Personally, we'll get to his in a minute. I like this. Her little fin ear.
Oh, I always do fin ears on mermaids. It always just gives them that little extra pizzazz. And even here, you'll see me eventually draw in a back fin because she's just a little short of that full fishy personality. And yes, I was trying to go for like cyborg robot mermaid. I'm like, okay, a robot would be too much mechanical. So I'll do the full metal thing where she has one mechanical arm, and then I'll just add in some extra metal-looking doodads just to, tie it all together. I didn't get super far with the mechanical stuff, though. Just these 3 bits that you can see.
I really feel like we should do a prompt later on where it's like somebody draws something, and then in the next week we redraw it. Take somebody's drawing and redraw it, just to play with, because I like drawing people, and I want to draw this one because I like robots too.
Well, Ghost, you've got my full permission to do fan art of this, I guess.
Yay!
Yeah! Alright, so I can still see, as far as my poor jumpy screen goes, I can still see that I'm working on the highlighting bits, trying to do a little bit of shading, and I did do a little bit of playing around with trying to give her scales on her tail. I'm not particularly fond of what I came up with to make, an easy job really, really easy. But, take not, want not.
It was not bad. Have you guys ever played Scribble? Scribble.io? Yes, it's fun.
I don't think I have, question mark?
I believe you were there with us.
Yeah, I think she was.
Was
it was
I?
a long time ago for sure, though.
Fair. Yeah, no, as far as art games, I think we've played most of the ones for the various Jackbox series, and we played one more that we downloaded that was strictly an art game, but I don't remember what it's called at the moment. Draw With Me? No.
Yeah. Or no,
Yeah?
Draw With Me is this series, sorry.
Oops.
Draw and Guess is what it was called.
Yeah.
Well, at least now I remember. But let's see. I'm trying to think of where we're at this point. I think I'm just adding extra tail to our textures. Yes, that's what I meant to say. I'm adding extra textures to her tail to make it look more fin-like and a little bit more ripped up. I go back to try and add a little bit more shading. There's that top fin that I eventually added in because she just needed a little extra something.
The black and white circuit thing looked cool.
That was a fill texture that wasn't supposed to be there, but it was for whatever reason. Then I changed it back to filling with plain color versus texture. See, I think I'm going through now just to add some extra shading to give it a little bit more depth to it. But otherwise, really, it just stayed fairly simple overall. But it's something where I still liked her hair. I still liked the texture that I could get onto her various fins. I'm okay with her robot arm, though it's definitely not mechanically sound in any way, shape, or form. Oh,
there we go. Here
I am trying to do a background and then said, nope, screw it. I didn't draw it all on appropriate layers. I did everything on 1-2 layers, and there's too many little white spots. So this is where it ended.
So my thought is, are you sure this is not a self-portrait? Because I heard you go robot 3 times while you were explaining it.
It's because I have terrible internet where I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Any other final closing remarks you want to say?
I ended up really loving the metal patch on her tail after I gave it a little more texture and a little bit more depth. I wish I had played around more with her robot eye, but, it is what it is. And it's something where I'm not thrilled by it. I'd love to have a second shot at it later down the road, but otherwise, for what I did get done, I am still pretty happy with it. And thank you, Mango, for saying it's cute.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Uh,
Panda. What would you like to
It's
say?
not even going yet.
I hadn't. At this point, I was still kind of messing around with it. It took me a while to sketch it out, and I tried other stuff too before I decided to actually settle on the little squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling after I had artist block for a week and a half. So,
All right.
I think it turned out okay.
gee,
I think you've drawn squirrels before, Missy, because this is so cute.
I'm not sure she has.
I mean,
Ah.
it is
I
panda
mean-
face, so you knew it was going to be an animal of some sort.
That is kind of her
Yeah.
go-to.
I like the cute little animals. Okay.
All right.
and I mean, she's done bunnies before.
These little arms are so cute.
It took me so long to get them the way that I wanted them.
For the
I
right
love it,
shape and
though.
posing.
Look at it.
Look at it.
He's got a little acorn.
little something, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like a little acorn.
I was going for acorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mango.
What? This sounds nuts.
Wow.
You're right, Dino Dude. Rage so disappointed. I've known you forever at this point. You should have been here.
Day one.
Right?
Shame on you, mister. It's okay, Rage. We still love you. I love the squirrel.
It took a lot of trial and error.
I love the fact. So you had the ear a couple of times where it was cute, but
Oh,
then you finally got it to a point where it was
You were
really
so-
cute.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then it was gone.
Going back to Halloween for this week's thing, headless squirrels and all.
Yep. It's an orange squirrel. Look at it. That's so fluffy. See, and with this one, were you still using your touchscreen for
Yeah.
the art?
Yeah. And it was a lot of just sketching it and redoing it and then trying
Sketching
to
and
clean it.
redoing.
Yeah. A lot of
Fair,
back and
fair.
forth.
Well, even so, I adore it. It's so freaking cute.
He's very cute. Oh no.
There was nothing.
Oh, no.
You heard nothing.
I thought we were
Hiccups.
supposed to be interrupting people during their presentations, Tasty.
It's
Hard to
okay,
be.
Rage. You came around eventually. That's the important part. And thank you for lurking. I love this. The shading that you did, magnifique.
Yep.
The question I have though is, did you blend or did you smudge? Because I couldn't tell.
It was a little bit of both.
Oh, gotcha.
I used the blend tool quite a bit, and then I smudged it a little bit because there were parts
Push
that
it back and forth. Yep.
yeah, it was.
I liked it.
Kitty Daddy, here they go, flexing on us again.
Be quiet,
Alright.
sir.
Smudgeons. And they're blending.
I hadn't really used like a ton of the other tools either, so I was like, I'm gonna mess around with stuff a little bit this time and kind of see.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I decided that I was happy with the squirrel for the most part, and I'm like, you know what? He needs a background.
Yeah,
And
background.
So I decided we would do his little tree.
Yay, tree hole. I love it.
Mhm.
I like
And you
how
know what,
simple the design is, but like how detailed he looks because of the blending tool.
Yep, it's something where he definitely looks, compared to a lot of our more cartoony drawings, he definitely looks a lot more realistic as far as general thought processing goes.
Oh, like a realistic fish head on SpongeBob.
Yeah!
It's exactly like that.
Well, not exactly, but you know.
I really liked it, the way that you had it with all the splotches Like it looks right here. It kind of looks like actual leaves, and then she blends it, and
Oh no!
I mean, it still looks good from far away, but it got rid of the leaf effect up close. And I was like, oh man. But it's still good.
I actually prefer it this way. Oh,
You prefer
Extra
it this
Mango
way?
asked if Kitty Daddy's okay.
He's broken.
Fine. I'm not the one dying. That would be tasty.
And anything you want to say, PandaFace?
I don't know. It was fun to draw. It took a long time, but I was okay with it by the time it was done.
It was very cute, that's for sure.
I like it.
The colors are great.
Nuts.
I don't know.
Very nice, Mango.
What did Mango say? Ah, nuts.
Yes.
I don't know exactly what it's called. It's not necessarily complementary colors and it's not contrasting colors exactly, but this shade of blue and the orange here just goes so well somehow. I don't know why. But yeah, it's really, really, I like it.
Me too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
He took a long time.
All right, so we have to explain. He lost his entire autumn stuff, but he has the picture that he gave me. So this is not autumn, guys.
This is technically my winter one.
You could really stretch it if you wanted to call it autumn, but no.
I mean,
Autumn in mountainous states.
Late
There we
autumn.
go.
autumn in the far north.
Oh, wait till you
Depends
see
on
the
where you
end.
live.
You'll figure out what this is
Oh, boy.
about. Real fast though, I wanted to ask, what is this? How did you get to this point?
There actually is a mountain texture tool in Krita, as well as grass and snow textures, and then water textures as well. And then I think there's a couple others too.
Okay.
But
I just
really
wanted to
came
play
in
with them.
handy. Yeah, I messed around with a lot of the textures. Like I'm using the actual snow texture to fill this part out, but then I actually changed that later on. But you'll see that one. So
Okay. I was gonna say, because this is something I'm not used to seeing from you. This is definitely like watercolor looking, and I'm like, wow, that's different.
oh, thanks. But yeah, so I originally was just like, hey, it's
So
an
mean.
open-ended thing. I'm gonna, try to, I guess, get the whole. I liked doing the landscape thing last time, which is what I ended up doing, and I wanted to kind of recreate that, but make it different, of course. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to do like
Bob Ross.
a sunset type, not a Bob Ross, but an original Nerds. But wanted to do like a sunset type of thing with like a snowy mountainscape, I guess. And then you'll see that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change it from there even and make it something different on top of that.
Purple Mountain's Majesty.
I always like the fact that you always use different brushes. It really adds to your stuff.
Gives it lots of
I completely
character.
delete it.
Yeah, until you
Yep.
completely delete it.
Well, he's been using brushes I didn't even know were a thing because apparently there's more brushes under the brush menu, and I'm like, oh, I learned something.
Yeah, no, it's
There's a
something where
mountain brush?
Yeah.
plus you gotta figure them out one way or another. I mean, even recently for me, I've been using my same Coral Painter 6 for the last like 5, 6 years, something like that. I don't know. And even now, I still like, oh wait, this is a brush. But I'm actually really
How
digging
many
the background
times?
here. Wow.
Okay, I normally edit these to make sure that stuff doesn't pop up.
Sure.
Well, I like to blame Nerd on that one because he's got 2 screens.
He does.
Aw.
He does. He should know better.
He should.
The other one had my
Mhm.
iTunes,
Oh,
Mm.
wouldn't want to.
which you can see the music popping up in the bottom right of the thing every now and then. Now, this one, I was like, I need to draw a circle here. But I was like, wait, there's a freaking circle tool in the bar to the left.
I like how you still try and use fill tool, and it never works out for
It
you.
never works out for me. I've gotten it to work for me once correctly,
All right, guys.
but it was really, really fun doing this one.
Try to guess what this is.
The moon.
Anyone else?
I already guessed it was the moon, but he already told me what it was.
Yeah, we both know what it is, so we can't
Aw.
comment.
Space planet.
Space planet. I mean, you're not wrong. And then yeah, there's me messing with brushes. That's the other thing is like I do want to eventually learn all the brushes because I'm trying to find my favorites. And I did find one that I'm definitely going to be using in the future here too.
The Brighton tool.
Not the Brighton tool,
Right.
an actual
Aw.
paintbrush. But I ended up using the actual bubble effect one on this part, and then the stars to make
Stars!
TittyDaddy proud.
See, stars eventually came
stars.
in.
You know, I think I had something on one of my previous drawing programs, not something I have available now though, that had a bubble or a bubble making feature that I absolutely adored as well. Why? No reason. I mean, I could draw bubbles, but why draw bubbles when you can automatically post perfect little bubbles?
So yeah, there was that mountain tool.
I
was
saw
messing around
that.
with.
I like it.
Nice.
I love the way you've got like the white on kind of up on the top of the horizon there, and it looks like dust or snow or whatever, like just kicked up in the
Atmosphere
air,
or
like,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
like those kinds of things do. So I thought that was really nice.
Yeah,
It
and I
makes me think
honestly
of more
really-
like the glow coming up off of it. Like it just got the right nick of light and it just glows.
Yeah, and I honestly really, really liked the last little touch there with the paint on the bottom. I really enjoyed that one. I would have spent a little more time on it, but it was already getting pretty late when I was working on this. But I am probably going to use that effect again for sure.
And then real fast, the reason why I'm so mean, Manog, is because this is nothing compared to this pretty thing that he made.
Aww.
But
that's
he
so
couldn't save the video file.
That's a shame.
I hadn't seen that yet either. That's pretty.
I saved the video file, but whenever I upload to Google Drive for this, I delete the prior one,
Oh,
and that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's why you send it first, and then you.
I did send it. It sat there for 2 weeks. Which is why I deleted it to upload the other one.
No. It wasn't 2 weeks. It was only 1 week.
Wait,
And a
why
half.
did Google Drive delete it?
No, I deleted
He
it from
deletes
Google
it,
Drive.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's your problem.
To
Yeah.
keep room.
The thing that makes
Yeah,
me
no.
mad, though, is I told him, because he said, hey, I'm going to delete this, and I'm like, okay, make sure there's a backup so I can get to it. And he's like, okay. That's why I'm angry.
Yeah, that one's on him, it sounds like.
Shame on you.
Such scenery, much wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Well put, well put.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I like this, though, is because it wasn't just like autumny. It was, I don't know, again with the colors. And my art teachers also commented on this, where they're like, you just like a lot of color, and I'm like, I guess so. But I think the purple really like brings this together somehow.
Mhm.
And
It
I
does.
like
It gives
it.
it a nice little pop to focus
See,
on.
The big thing was fall was the main focus, which is why there's so much of the fall colors in there. I kind of wanted to do like a all seasons in one type of deal. So towards the bottom third is about your spring and summer type. The middle is going to be your fall, and then the top half is going to be more your winter, which is why I had the snowy mountains in there.
Yeah, it looks good.
I see. Yeah, I know. I can read it that way now too. That's actually really cool.
Oh, I just realized.
It is such a shame you don't have your video.
Right? But anyway, real fast, I had a huge, overly ambitious plan for this, where it's Kazuha in a maple tree, and he's trying to grab or hold a maple leaf that's floating down, basically. And I wanted to get really extravagant with it because I really like color, and I was really intent on drawing the tree and getting the red and oranges and yellows and stuff, because that's what I wanted to do, was the color. However, I got too hung up on line art, and I found a new brush, which is the Watercolor Brush in Krita, and I liked it a lot. It took me a long time to play with it, and in the end, I didn't really get anything special or whatever made, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and also, as you can tell, this was hand-drawn because I wanted to make sure that what was in my head was being translated.
Check your chat.
You end up... Yes. You have a friend who says hello.
Hey, it's Harpy Lady. How's it going? Who's Kazuha? For those of us that don't know, Kazuha is an animo sword samurai user from Genshin Impact. Nerd.
Yeah, you should know this, nerd.
You don't need to. They don't really need to know who it is.
He's an
Okay,
animal.
I mean, if they like the design and they want to, look up more characters, is my thinking,
And I was going to ask, since this is hand-drawn, did you hand-draw and then upload it to your computer, or?
I took a photo with my phone because I'm tech-savvy like that.
Close enough. Good enough.
Okay, never mind.
In fact...
I was going to say, you could have asked for help if...
Well, I could have... I have a scanner. I could have scanned it to the thing, but it was too much... I just was like, a photo's fine. You know what I mean? You'll even see a little bit of my thumb at the bottom when this zooms out later, so...
It'll be the magic thumb reveal.
Thumb reveal.
The thumb reveal.
So this is
You
like
actually have
super sped up because it did end up being about 3 hours. I don't have a specific schedule yet, but yeah, you should get notified. Okay, good to know. I hope you don't lose any more Pokemon. It's so sad what happened to Spike.
No,
Oh,
she's totally
sir.
safe now because she has a nerds.
No,
She
okay.
loves the puppy.
Anyways, you've got this super sped up.
Super sped up. His arm was too long. I had to do your little cheat and put his hand over. I had a lot of fun doing the line art. And after a while, I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to do a background. Because I'm spending too much time on the line art. And he's got a lot of like little details that took me forever to figure out. So... But it was fun.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the Genshin characters that has more detail, especially when you like zoom up close.
Well, his kimono is... He's wearing it kind of weird, so it's hard to get an idea of exactly where clothes are placed on his body. Everything from the waist down is not 100% accurate to the character. And that makes me sad. What?
Really, Kitty Daddy? Not really.
Are you...
How troublesome. Inaccurate characters. Tisk, tisk.
Waist down, I hardly know her.
To the
Don't mind
gulag.
me.
To the gulag with you.
Uh-oh. We lost one of our voices. I hope we don't lose all of us by the end.
But yeah, it was fun to draw. I like doing fan art a lot. I'm really disappointed that I didn't get the background done. Not a whole lot to say because literally I was just in like line art mode. This doesn't even stay, the little thing on his arm. Okay, this is the watercolor brush. And it took me a long time to figure out, oh, it's literally watercolor, so it's going to be see-through without white background.
Which is when you realized I can't do a background.
Oh no, I could do a background. It's just I took too long with the line art and I was still like playing with the watercolor brush, so it much longer than I normally do for any piece.
I love the brush.
Yeah,
I
it looks
liked it.
fantastic.
Yeah, and honestly, of all the characters from that game that you could have used watercolor to draw with, I think he's one of the better ones for that. Maybe like Kokomi too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's awesome so far.
I thought anima was wind, not water, though.
it is. It is.
You don't have to let him know.
That took me a hot second to get. Wow.
And I think a lot of the reason why it took me so long, though, is because most of the time when I was doing this, I was trying to do it while also keeping in touch with people, like between Twitch and what else?
Husband being annoying.
Yeah, I love you.
For chatting.
we were bugging her too.
Oh, I'm sure we were. We always are. Yeah, it definitely takes longer when you're distracted with something, huh?
But the end result came out nice.
I love the colors. I absolutely love them. And I'm gonna have to mess around with that next time.
This is in Krita, right?
Yes.
Very
There's
cool.
at least 3 watercolor brushes, but only one of them really... So one is like a water spread, so you can make it messy and blend better, I guess. And then this one is the actual big watercolor brush, and it doesn't do a whole bunch of color. It's opaque, or not opaque, transparent for the most part, so you have to go over it a lot, and that's why it took me forever to color this.
I mean, that's fair.
But it
But,
blends
I mean,
really
It's
nice.
so pretty.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it from what I can see so far. It looks great. It's something where that's about the only comment I've got, and you're not even quite done yet.
And I didn't, this is like the end of the color video. I did way more coloring later, so you're going to see a huge jump from what you see to the finished product.
Oh,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
it is.
I'm really
love
sad that
that.
you couldn't do a background because that looks flippin'
Right.
amazing. Am I allowed to cuss on your stream?
Yeah, just
That looks
can't...
fucking good.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. I love the colors.
This-
I really do. It's so good.
Thank you. This part, his armor thing that has that cool, like, wavy flame-looking design, for the longest time, I was really scared to do that, to color that in, because it's, like, a really specific look or, like, line style. And so it took me a long time to figure out which brush I should use for that. And it came out awesome, actually. Even though when I did it close up, I was like, nah, this is not gonna pass. But yeah.
10 out of 10. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 out of 10, 12 out of 10.
Oh, sure. You just got a one-upper.
13 out of 10. I'm her husband.
Oh, snap.
Oh, I say 20 out of 10.
Okay.
That's right. I went
Okay.
last, so I got the highest one.
I approve. It looks great, though. It's definitely worth it.
Hi. I totally didn't just wake up.
Yeah, it sounds like Tetsuo just rolled out of bed.
That's funny. It's nice to see you. We haven't heard from you in like 4 days, I think. So, next week, we had already decided the prompt for next week, which is freeform, but you will be seeing some of the autumn prompt video pictures and stuff and videos, because some of us didn't hit the deadline and life events happened and yada 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 yada. But
Cough. Tasty had an issue. Cough.
not just you though.
Fair.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I don't know. Gotta get ready for a party lurk now. Bye, Tetsuo. Thanks so much for joining. As always, couldn't do this without you guys being here. Couldn't do this without you guys, Kitty Daddy, Nerds, Tasty, and PandaFace being here. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Real fast before we end. Thank you to Dino Dude, Janal, Mama Ninja 35, Raging Dire, Suralna. I hope I said that right. Tetsuo Nozomi, The Extra Mango, and Kitty Daddy, you're already here. What are you doing? Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next week. Bye.
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 Bye.